Keys, keys, keys. One of the prompts for AB hashtag ABC April 2025 is keys. And I was recently given a whole lot of keys. I've also got broken jewelry and bits of pieces of things. And you can see I'm playing with an idea. I also have a couple of bags full of butterflies. These are These are butterflies that have wires on them and little thick plastic bodies that were meant to go into like flower arrangements, that sort of thing. So I've been doing something a little different for myself, you know. Um, Let me show you what I have so far. Maybe you'll run into some keys at a thrift store and you will want to do something like this. Um, you can only use what you have. So I kind of spread it all out and just started experimenting with, well, would this work with this? Would this work with this? So this, I don't know. I just was like playing around, really. It's all. So here's a key, and then I have a whole bunch of these sun sort of charms. I got a whole bunch of them. So I thought, well, why not? Let's make some butterfly sun key charms from just what I have. So I've been experimenting here for a few hours and I've made a few of these. So there's one. And then there's this one. This one, this one I used the key as a support. That's all I did with this one. So it's a hidden key. But there's the key on the back. And I used two of those plastic butterflies and spread them out so that they would kind of give the effect of the rays of the sun. And I lined up the whole of the sun and the whole of the key, so that both could be used. I just have a little needle here to kind of show that a little bit. So those are lined up, and I thought that would be kind of fun. And then the other thing that I was playing with is combining some little different things. They had these little jewelry butterflies that they have a little hole on the top, and one of the small furniture keys, or maybe they went to some kind of a cash box lock type thing. There's one of those little sun charms, and I picked up some chain from from the big box store. And I had a few bulb pins, so it just linked it all together with a jump ring. And I had three of these butterflies. I think they came out cute. I am going to be doing a butterfly theme journal with all these butterflies, and I have a lot of pictures of butterflies from various magazines. So these will no doubt go into that. So that's got three charms ready to go, and maybe one of these others too. Okay, so there are those to dry. You have to give E6000 time. E6000 is clear. It is a silicone type glue, and it is ideal for metal and ceramics and these kinds of hard, non-porous surfaces. So you can see what I was starting to play with here. I have probably an old luggage key, And here are a couple of wings. And so these are a hard plastic body. They come with a wire on them. And I've got a couple in floral arrangements, but I've got a lot of them. So all I did, I think I will, all I did was kind of, it's not a very strong glue in that plastic body. So I just gave it a wiggle and off they come. And I don't need that, so out it goes. So I've got these little wings, and on the big ones, I was using bigger wings, but I was doing the same thing. I was just taking them out of the body. So I was looking at what else could I do with keys and wings. So just putting it on there, and I have a few of these. They actually have a really small hole in the top. So if I put that hole over the hole in the key, that's kind of cute. I have another key like this, and I have some more of those little round things. And the nice thing about E6000 being a slow to dry is that you've got time to move things around and get them where you want them, and you've got time. Time is a very good thing. So anyway, let's see if I got. Oh, that's a pretty one. Let's see what else I have. What other colors shall I do? I got a blue one, a pink one. Let's do a let's do a yellow one. And these are also feathers. These are also feathers. And I have one more. Yes, I have one more of these. This one's a little grungy, but that's okay. All right, so now I have this. And but there's those three. And what I'm using to apply the E6000 is it's a skewer, just a skewer that you buy for a shish kebab. And I cut this one in half and just kind of rounded off the edge because it makes a great pokey stick. So you can, it's really, really good. So I will go ahead and glue up one of these little guys. And it's pretty straightforward. So I just leave it there and I push it just the glue just a little bit so I can get a little daub on there. I was using quite a bit more for those big ones since I'm not using that the sun charm on these. I needed to use quite a bit more and I put it on the wings as well. But yeah, you can put quite a bit on here. And if you need a little extra, it's good to put cardboard under these tubes because it does tend to flow out all on its own. So I'm putting quite a bit on and just avoiding the hole on the top. Yes. So I'm holding it by the hole so that I can place it over the hole, and then I can run a thread or a jump ring all the way through the the little silver disc here. Let's make sure. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need a bigger jump ring. That's much too small. That's not going to go all the way through the key and the wings. So when you're in a thrift store, you can kind of take a look-see in the costume jewelry. If there's something that looks like it would be good to take apart and make charms, I have not done this before. This is a new thing for me. And so this generous person, it's actually my sister-in-law, she realized she's not going to do all of these little crafts like this. So because I'm doing all this journal stuff now, she's going like, here. So, so I only need to get a few things. I needed to get a bit of chain, and that's what I used for for this. And it is nice to have needle nose pliers. So these are very handy to have, these little needle nose pliers. And so this is just a fun little thing. I thought, well, I saw keys and I was given all these keys and I was given all this fun little jewelry that's fallen apart or, came in a thrift store in the first place. And it just looked like fun to play with. So there it is. And I hope that this inspires you to kind of see things a little differently. I haven't done this before, but this is going to be a lot of fun to add as charms in the butterfly journals that I'm going to make. And so I hope this inspires you. There's just a lot of things we can play with. And I have a lot of keys here. So I'm thinking of packaging up a little bunch of keys and putting a couple of packages in my Etsy shop because I can't see where I could possibly use all these keys. So if that interests you, go check it out in the Etsy shop and get yourself some E6000 for working with metal and some of these other materials. So I hope that was a fun thing for you to see and inspires you. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.